What's happening, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to Junk Drummer TV, where I give my initial reactions, my hot takes, and my analysis of the drummers of today and yesterday, and maybe tomorrow if I stick around that long. I am a professional drum teacher and a gigging musician, and I have been for the last 20 years. So on today's episode, it is an episode that I'm going to dedicate to my bass player and his lovely wife, who just welcomed in their first child on July 4th. So, Jim, I know all of your other friends probably got you like baby swings and tiny Chuck Taylors and other devices that will help you rear your child, but it's your own damn fault for being friends with a broke-ass professional drum teacher and gigging musician. So I am giving you this video, which is me breaking down the drummer of your and your wife's favorite band, Weezer, and the drummer is Patrick Wilson. So Weezer is everyone's favorite awkward, nerdy rock band. They're kind of the Energizer Bunny of 90s rock bands because they just keep going. All of you drum Olympians who are here for the Neil Pearts and the Gavin Harrisons and the Carter Beaufords, you probably want to click off right now. I would suggest you not click off right now, because I would guess there's going to be some things that you could probably learn in today's episode. And it's not because Patrick Wilson can play 5/37 or play 64th notes at 120 beats per minute. It's because he plays good, simple rock drums that get you the gig. I've owned a radio for the last 20 years, so I've heard pretty much all the Weezer singles. I've never really put a whole Weezer record on and listened to them. Girls that I've dated have. For some reason, I've dated lots of women who love Rivers Cuomo and Weezer. I don't know. So, with that being said, let's get into it. This video is, I think, filmed in London, since that's the O2 Academy. So we got a floor tom ride and groove here. So I was in a band once that called this setup here a one for nothing. It's a double verse, right? We got a verse and like a post verse or pre-chorus and then a stop and go back to the verse. Okay, so the phrasing right here, that's really good, just solid rock drumming. He's playing a super easy floor tom groove, but every fourth measure he puts this little sextuplet run at the end of it, and that makes those four measures a phrase. So that kind of breaks that up. He could have easily just rode that floor tom all the way through that, but it's a little more musical to put that little sextuplet run at the end of that. Rivers Cuomo is the only lead singer who has his shirt tucked in. Yeah, man, this is where I come from. This is what we call meat and potatoes drumming. What did River just say just now? He's playing a quarter note groove right here. No, he's not playing anything super flashy. Playing the Motown groove, a little sextuplet feel at the end. Man, they're a gigantic band still. Woo! Woo! That's a little fancy for Patrick Wilson of Weezer. Little triplet flam fill there to bring you back into the vocals of the verse. Let's go back and check that out. That's just real tasteful, real simple, but appropriate. Right here. Yeah. If you can't like smile while listening to Weezer, then you're just a miserable human. Yeah, punctuating those hits. Those vocal harmonies are bad, Weezer. You'll need to work on those. I thought that's what he said. And that is why people love Weezer so much. Rivers just said, shaking booty, making sweet love. That's fucking ridiculous. That has nothing to do with the drums. But that's ridiculous and funny. And again, this is another just super catchy Weezer song. Harmonies are better right there. Little dynamic crescendo right there at the end of that phrase. Okay, so the big impression that I come away from this video is he is an expert at what I call producer drumming. If you've ever had the chance to really work with a really great producer, you will know that for the most part, they love what I talked about earlier, meat and potatoes, solid drumming. I have had the privilege and honor to actually make about 7 or 8 records with a producer named Eddie Ashworth. Search him. He's on Wikipedia. And he loves this kind of drumming. It's just no nonsense, no frills, playing for the song. If you are a drummer out there and you are wondering, hey, how can I get the gig? I would suggest you play more like this than Carter Beauford. Now, that doesn't mean that Patrick Wilson's better than Carter Beauford, because that's definitely not true. But this right here is what singer-songwriters and producers want to hear behind the songs that they're recording and they've written. This is just good, solid drumming. Now, if you notice, I'm going to hit the play right here, and I'm pretty sure about this. He's speeding up a little bit. I think this is the guitar solo, which is kind of an acceptable place to kind of push the tempo a little bit. Yeah, I think he's moved ahead a little bit. And then slowing. Oh, this is supposed to be a slow down. Whew. That was a little dirty, but if you're, straight up rock band like Weezer, you can get by with it. That move right there is, one tempo and kind of slow it down a little bit to get to what I'm assuming is the bridge. I don't know this song at all, and I listened to a little bit of Pinkerton, but other than the singles, I don't know that much about Weezer. I think this is a deep album cut. They're just charming and quirky. Watch right. Small thing. Watch what he does right there. That is something that I learned to do in the studio. Patrick is all the way out right here, and he's listening to Rivers, and Rivers is setting the tempo. I'm pretty sure right here is kind of free on the time. So if you notice what Patrick's doing right there is he starts giving himself the quarter note right here. And that just sets him up to come in on whatever that new tempo is. Because right here the tempo is all over the place. And that's a veteran move is what that is. Check this out. Small detail. There it is, right there. He's setting himself up to give him that tempo. Something tells me we're gonna speed back up to the original tempo. Maybe not. There it is. You know, there's just a little bit of dirt going on here, you know. Not from Patrick, but just the tightness of the band. So yeah, he's, you know, in that chorus again, and he played like a big drum fill right there that he hasn't done on the previous choruses. Oh, speeding up, Patrick, go ahead. And you know what, if you got that kind of crowd coming to see you, you can get by with it. And there it is. We need to have a count of what drummers we do on Junk Drummer TV that doesn't do the John Bonham lick, like right there at the end. So there you go, man. Patrick Wilson of Weezer. Jim, Merle, you're welcome. To everyone else, I know that if you can just watch that and you can probably just say, well, that's just, you know, basic rock drumming. Yep, it is. And that's how you get the gig. That is just good, tasteful rock drumming. And that is a thing that will get you the gig. Because there are very few singer-songwriters. And when I say singer-songwriters, I just don't mean Jim Croce. Although you should definitely listen to Jim Croce because he's fucking awesome. But I mean someone who's writing the song. There are very few people out there that's writing the song and they go, you know what, man, I hope this drummer can play the most complicated hand-foot combination fill in 7/8, 15/16, and 3/4. No, those people are saying, I want to find the drummer who will serve this song and make the song sound as good as possible. And that's the kind of drumming we saw today. So, if you enjoyed that and you thought it was valuable, please give me a double tap on the subscription and the notification bell. Feel free to share, comment, and like. And also in the comments section, please ask me any questions because I do want to do a Q&A video down the road. So ask me anything. And Jim, congratulations, brother. And keep practicing until it's easy.